Good evening. Maybe it's getting a little chilly where you are. For most people, I suspect. Wrap up. It's a good time to meditate in view of all the strange things that are going on in the world. Very important to center ourselves. So let's close our eyes. Checking in with your posture. Sinking into the comfort of meditation posture. And then turn your attention to the breath. Just observe the breath. You don't really have to do anything to the breath. Just become aware of it. Aware of where your body is expanding when the inhalation happens. Aware of the ripples of vitality that move outward from the breath through the body. aware that you are a being of light, a being of electrical frequencies, around which the physical body is organized, crystallized, aware of this subtle, energetic body. And the breath is the flow, the pulsation of that aliveness. The physical body being a mere shadow of that subtle body. Now bring your attention to the core of your energetic body, the spine, Just attuning your attention to the subtle flow of energy, vitality through the spine. Notice those areas of intensity along the spine, at the heart, the solar plexus, the throat. To which of those centers is your attention drawn? Just follow that for a moment. Examining the intensity of that center, the shifts and changes and flows happening in and around it. Just exploring that, focusing your attention there. Now, in the next in-breath, moving upward from that center you've been exploring, following the breath up toward the crown of the head. And then on exhalation, back down to the lower tip of the spine. Continuing to follow the breath up on inhalation, and down on exhalation. And now let the attention come to rest on the heart center. Following the connections between the heart center within your body and where it connects throughout your body. around you. Through space to others. Following the threads of connection from the heart out. Remembering the seed sound for the heart. Yum, yum. Settling there. Slowly beginning to extend your awareness out towards your arms, hands, down to your feet, up to the crown of your head. Expanding your attention, but remaining anchored at the heart center. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands to cover your eyes. Mm. Following with your gaze down as your palms reach your lap. And slowly, when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back to awareness of what's around you. Hmm. And when you're ready, if you have any comments or sharing or questions tonight, you can speak up.
This is David. I have something I wanted to share that I discovered during this meditation. When you had us put our attention on one of our centers, I found my attention coming in between my heart center and my solar plexus. And I noticed that there was some sort of I guess we call it a blockage there, or some sort of stagnation there. And then I found just by having my attention on it, it opened, like it cleared, which was new for me. My mind says I have to do some processing and things like that but it makes sense that I could do that, just as you've been teaching us, that we can open up our nostrils by focusing on a nostril or a nadi. And so I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, that's fascinating and revealing, because we think we have to do something to fix things. Right. When the very act of bringing consciousness to a place in the body, or your spine, or whatever, has a powerful effect. It's not, there's nothing to do. There's simply bringing awareness, and everything shifts. So when we sit and we think, well, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here. Well, the question is, where are you putting your attention? If you're putting your attention on things outside, then that's not much of interest is going to happen. But if you bring attention to areas in the inner space, things shift. And that's the nature of that world. It's not like this outer world where we get so caught up in physical manipulation. It's actually a subtle world where merely bringing attention to something changes it. So that's an important discovery. And I wish that more people can have that discovery, that the power of your attention, power of one-pointed attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Swami, Ravi. This is Jody.
Hi, Jody.
Even though I wasn't focusing to begin with in the meditation, I was focusing on other areas of the body, but I could feel my heart beating in my chest, and then I could feel my heart beating in my womb. I remember at some point you had mentioned that there seems to be an interesting dynamic of the fact that we have 4 chambers in the heart, and that's somehow associated with the 2 masculine and the 2 feminine ways of being in the universe. I was wondering if you could maybe just say something about the energetic of the 4 chambers.
Yeah, well, there are 2 ventricles and 2 auricles, and the auricles receive blood, are receptive, and the ventricles pump blood, or at least that's the mechanical thought. There's some question at this point about how much that's actually a mechanical process. Again, we're discovering so many things are really about consciousness and awareness rather than physical mechanisms. But yeah, so the right heart, the right heart receives blood from wait a minute, I have to get some water. Yes, and then pumps the blood to the lungs. So, you know, you can, if you wish, you can have stories about, well, how that is related to the yin feminine and the yang feminine. And maybe that's pushing it a little bit too far. But it's kind of it is interesting that we have these two propulsive, you know, yang aspects to the heart and these two receptive yin aspects to the heart. Because we have those aspects in our personality, the yang feminine that has a certain way of expressing in the world through creation and manifestation, and the yang masculine that penetrates, and the yin feminine, which is nurturing, and the yin masculine, which is containing. So, you know, it's actually all through the body you find these echoes of what is true on another level being expressed in the shape and form of the physical body. Whether it's the iris of the eye or the tongue, or all these different traditions have specialized in reading what they express about us. So the physical body really is just an echo of the subtle bodies. And that's what I was kind of aiming at tonight, is to let yourself find your way to discovering more about the subtle body inside, without a program of what you should find, just an exploration of what comes into your awareness when you bring your attention to a certain area like the heart center. The breath is the same thing, you know, of a right nostril and a left nostril. And we have we can inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left, or vice versa. And these represent different aspects of our consciousness being expressed at any moment. So it's really the invitation is to explore, rather than trying to make set connections. Explore and see what you find. What do you discover? Let your meditation be an exploration of your inner space, inner world.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Still have a little more time if anyone has sharings or questions or comments.
Hi, Rudy. It's Mark.
Hello.
Hey, what was going through my head was that the process of this meditation is to have our mind recognize the natural state of our body as our body is when our mind is not doing all of its interference with our body's functioning. That was very clear to me tonight.
Good. Great. Yeah, just look in there. It's like we spend so much of our lives not looking inside and being busy and busy and busy. To take time to stop and just shine the light within, it's kind of a revolutionary act. Totally free of cost. Can't beat it. Well, thank you all for joining this evening, coming together. It's great to see everyone's face. And Carol, do you have any up and coming events to talk about?
Thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. Next week, we'll be doing something. Don't have it down scripted yet, but we will certainly announce something in our announcement, whether it's a student or a graduate of the Tantra teacher training, like our dear Arabella, teaching us about breath last week, the breath. Or we may be doing a reading from Kali Rising, or we may do a satsang. So stay tuned and just look for the announcement. And you can also just join with the existing invitation. That link is active every week for now. And yeah, if you missed any portion of tonight, or if you want to re-experience your meditation tonight, your guided meditation tonight, you can always find the recording on our YouTube channel, Dancing Shiva Tantra YouTube channel. And there's other recordings from previous gatherings. So yeah, take a look there. And also I want to send a thank you to all of you that have been supporting us through donations for this evening. We don't charge for this, but people have been generous with offering to support, their support. So thank you. Thank you. Unmute yourselves and we'll say good night. And thank you.
Night. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you.
Good night.
Be
Thank
well.
you, Ravi G. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Arabella.
Thanks.
Good night.